Assalamu alaikum. Hi. A big hobby of mine is trying new foods, especially from different cultures, different countries. Here's a few I've made in the past. And it's been a goal of mine to make something from every country. Today I'm making the national dish of Afghanistan, which is Kabuli Palau. I'm going to be mainly following a recipe from this book, Parwana. It's just a really pretty book. Family stories, recipes, just like gorgeous photography. I also watched several videos about this dish, so I'll probably be incorporating just a little bit from each of those because they were all just a smidge different. So I've got all the ingredients spread out in front of me. I'm gonna get them out of my way and do my mise en place. One thing that I already did earlier today is soak my rice. I washed the rice and then I left it in this water for about 3 hours, which is what it calls for on the recipe. This recipe calls for 1 pound boneless leg of lamb. I had a hard time finding anything less than like 6 to 9 pounds. I don't want to fill my freezer with like 8 pounds of lamb, so I ended up getting lamb shoulder chops. People do it with different proteins even, so I think using a different cut is not the end of the world. I'm gonna cut it into some chunks. There we go. There's that. This is my first time ever cooking with a pressure cooker. I got an Instant Pot. Oh, saute. Oh. I'm gonna saute the onions in some sunflower oil. Okay, oil going in. While I'm waiting for the oil, I'm gonna dump the rice into this so I can still use this pot. We're gonna add 10 cups of water to this to get boiling. Okay, putting that to boil. Now we've got oil heated up here. We're gonna add the onions in and brown them. Woo. Hot. My hand is getting steamed. Let them go without touching them for a minute. Oh darn. Has that been open that whole time? Okay, we've got some golden brown going on. I'm gonna add the lamb. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Move that around every once in a while. We can get some hot water going. We'll need that next. Most of the water is gonna deglaze this. 4.5 cups water. Oh no. Oh, I spilled some. Throw in some garlic cloves. Put in some MSG. I'll put in 2 MSGs. And a bouillon cube. I'm doing a beef bouillon cube because that is what I have. Cook at high pressure for 15 minutes, it says. I've got plenty of time because this is still preheating, but I'm going to drain the rice, put it in the boiling water for 6 to 8 minutes. Now what do? Do I stir rice? I don't stir rice, right? So while I'm just kind of waiting, if I can talk over the steam escaping, I want to recommend an Afghan creator named Miriam. Her channel is called Afghan Cooks, and I will link it below, of course. She just seems really nice, and her food looks really good. So I recommend her, and I'll link her below. I will also link the Parwana cookbook below. Oh, this just switched to cooking. I checked the rice. The rice, I think, is done. I have my rice drained back in the pot. I'm going to stop it and then open it. What do I? I'm very excited to see what we have. How do I know when it's done? It's letting me open it. Okay, select a spoon. Look at that. Okay, I think I got all the meat. If some is mixed in, I'm sure it will be fine. Let's see how tender. Oh yeah, fork goes right in. The bone is like falling off. We're going to add cumin, salt, cardamom. And I've never had cardamom before. It's probably in stuff, but I've never cooked with it. What's the thing, the like bias where once you're thinking about something, you see it everywhere? Because since I read this recipe, and I was like, oh, I've never cooked with cardamom. Now I've seen it in multiple recipes. A teaspoon each cardamom and cumin. A teaspoon cardamom. and a teaspoon of cumin. And I believe it said a tablespoon of salt. Now I'm gonna pour the liquid from the pressure cooker over the rice. Oh, missed a piece of meat. Gently stir. Okay, we have gently stirred. Create a well in the center. Now we're adding the meat. Now we're covering the meat with the rice. And I believe we're gonna put that back on the stove. Cook it over high heat and then reduce. And then it's gonna cook for 20 minutes. While that is cooking on low, we're going to make the topping. First, that starts with 2 cups of sunflower oil, which is a lot. Oil, I think, is hot enough. It seems hot. So now I'm going to add the carrots, which I matched it cut very ununiformly. Okay, the oil is definitely hot enough. Woo! Okay, that's gonna go for 4 to 5 minutes. Carrots are almost done. I'm gonna take the carrots out and go the golden raisins. Those for about 3 minutes. They're reconstituting and popping up to the surface, which is exactly what the book says it does. These look crazy compared to what they were a minute ago. Now I have a couple more things to mix into this for the topping. Heaping tablespoon of almond and heaping tablespoon of pistachio. 2 teaspoons sugar and a teaspoon of cardamom. And it says mix gently. We got 30 seconds left on this one. Perfect timing. So there's the topping. Here. This is. I don't have a good serving dish, so I'll just do 1 plate. I'm gonna stir this slightly so we get some even distribution. And we're supposed to do a heaping mound of the rice mixture and then some of the topping. It's done. It is so hot right now. I'm gonna try and get a bite of everything. That's really good. So while editing, I've realized that I didn't really describe how the dish tasted. The topping was sweet and textured and not something I'm used to with a dish like this in my typical American experience. I actually don't usually even like raisins, but it balances so well with the savory taste of the rice and lamb. Cardamom is described as a warm herbal taste between mint and pepper. This in turn I thought balanced really well with the gamey taste of the lamb. If I was making this again, seriously, the only change I would make would be to do a higher meat to rice ratio, but I'd happily eat it exactly like this again. It was so good. Please let me know your favorite Afghan dish or Afghan creator, and also let me know if there are any particular cookbooks for other countries, regions that would be good to look at for an authentic taste. Yeah, I'm gonna finish eating this. Thanks for watching. Bye.